Welcome everyone. Today I'm having a chat to Ada. Ada will be presenting. She'll have a stall on the day for our very first event on the 16th of June at the Southport Community Centre. It's our very first women's empowerment event. So thank you very much for joining me and having a chat with me today.
Thank you, my pleasure.
So we were just having a bit of a discussion because a lot of us are actually, we do a lot of things, we have a lot of services, we have a lot of ways to support our community, our clients. What we're starting to find is through these interviews and through these conversations is we're getting a lot of ladies reach out that they just want to have a chat. They just actually want to know more about us as individuals, as our businesses, and especially the journey that we've been on. So a lot of us are actually going to be presenting ourselves, more of our personality, more of that accumulation of who we really are on the day, not necessarily providing a service. So we're just starting to have that conversation because we find when we show up as ourselves, when we don't bring in any of our baggage into a room, into a space, into a client setting, we can be there wholly and solely for that client, for that community. So let's touch on that. What does that mean for you? How would you explain the way that you are able to show up and how you find that actually works quite a lot better?
Oh my gosh, yes. I just got gooseflesh on gooseflesh when you were speaking. It's all about, for me, it's all about being incredibly authentic, but it's not about me when I'm turning up for somebody. It's all about them. What is it that I can pull out of or draw out of or enable them to find within themselves that they're perhaps a little bit, there's a lot of us that sometimes feel like, oh, I'm stuck at the moment, or I'm not sure which direction or which path I need to go in, or they're feeling like, or they know exactly what they want. They know their path, they know the direction, they've got everything on point, which is amazing. They're just needing to perhaps touch deeper within themselves or connect up more or connect closer to relationships. There's always something that we can work on within ourselves, I truly feel, and there's always another layer. As soon as we feel like we've attached something, healed something, I feel that there's always another layer. And that's from my personal experience with ladies and people that I've been blessed to be able to work with. And I always find that when I speak with someone, when I meet someone, I just want to know about them. So if I can just get my own shit out, if I can get my own baggage out of the way. And yes, sorry ladies, I do have a bit of a potty mouth, so hopefully forgive me, and I'll try and curb that a little bit, especially for this and when I'm meeting you directly. It's about you. What is it that you need, you want? And I just need to get head, ego, everything out of it, and then just show up for you. And if I can do that for you, then I can do that better for me. So by wanting something or wanting the best from someone else, you get the best for you naturally. We always teach what we need the most, I truly feel, and I've seen and been blessed to be around. And I just feel that when you connect with someone on a deeper level, they get to show up and feel and heal, and then you get to do that for them too. And you get to do that on a level for yourself. So that's why I do what I do. That's how I show up. I just show up, shut up, and then, let me learn more about you.
Perfect. And that can even make some people uncomfortable because we as, let's say, consumers, we're used to having a problem, then going to something for them to give us something to help and fix with that problem. So when you have someone that's just standing there without anything and they are their service and they just say, how are you? It's confronting. It means you have to answer that question. It means you have to have those emotions bubbling at the surface to be let out. And we also don't want to ever be a burden. So when someone's really there present, asking, how are you? How can I be of service? There's way too much stuff also going on in our heads, the ones that need the help and support to even begin. Do we offload everything? Do they really care? Should I be paying? That in itself is breaking down a lot of barriers. That's why we're having a few services where we're just going to show up on the day. There'll be some stalls that will bring our personality, will bring our joy, our energy in whatever capacity that looks as a stall. And let's just have a conversation. Let's just chat. Let's see who shows up, because you're drawn there for a reason.
Yeah.
And let that be the therapy, the healing. Let that be showing up for yourself and how we be of service. So I love that we're discussing this now, because it's so perfect, because that in itself can be, oh, so how do I get help, or what do I need to buy? It's like nothing. Let's just have a conversation. That's the depth of healing and transformation these days, right?
Absolutely. And Tammy, I just love that, because as a deep human need, we all want to be seen, heard, felt, that touch. It's so important. And then we just go into, we have this facade, or we feel like we need to be something or do something or have a title in life. So we're like, oh, I'm a mom, I work, I do this. We have many different roles, and we have many different people that we are needing to be. So we put on these different hats, so to speak. But then when someone says, oh, how are you? Fine, I'm good, great, everything's great. Sure, is it truly deeply? Like, and sometimes people don't know what they don't know, and they're consciously incompetent, or they're consciously unconscious, and that's okay, because that's why you're holding this incredible event filled with incredible people to draw you in, and then just go, that's okay. If that's your default, then, because we feel that, as you said, don't want to burden anyone. It's my problem. I don't want to talk about my stuff to anybody else. It's no one else's business, or no one's actually just held that space for you to be able to just go, hey, yeah, I can talk about this. And it's not necessarily about, yeah, okay, I have to pay for something, as you said, or, you know, I have to go to something, or, yeah, I'm sick, I've got a cough, I'll go to the doctor, get something for it. Or it is just holding that space and being able to be heard, be seen, and that touch if you're needing it. So, yeah, I love that.
So I am getting so much joy out of finding a little bit about people's journeys. So anything that you care to share that has gotten you on this journey of your own personal development to now be able to be of service for others.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll be showing up at this event as myself, absolutely, and I'll also be showing up as Arakan Martial Arts. So I started this self-development path like nearly 10 years ago. I was dark, lost, absolutely ready to, like, in a disruptive marriage, very whatever that may have been. And when you look at it in hindsight and you've done the work, you go, you know what, that's exactly what I needed to be where I am right now. And I'm so grateful for all of those experiences that I've had in this lifetime, forgive me, and in past ones, so that I can be who I am now and being able to be of service to others. Excuse me one moment. I have to shut the door.
Go for it.
This is what happens when you're like...
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Oh my God. So he's just, he's one of my protectors. So as soon as he sees someone, he's like, no, I've got mama's back now, but, you know, I've got my own. So I started this path of women's empowerment. So I truly believe my purpose in this lifetime is all about supporting and empowering women, which is when I saw this event. I was like, oh my God, yes, someone's bringing all these incredible people together, because as one person, we can't do it on our own. We need to be able to find that network, that community, that tribe, so that we can call people in for different services and things that we need on our own. And when I was in my, darkest times, I found Arakan Martial Arts. So that for me saved my life. Absolutely, it was a way for me to be able to express myself. It was an hour that I was giving to myself, completely, fully, and showing up for myself. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, Darren, come here. Sorry about my dog going crazy.
No, don't be sorry.
But this is him, right? So, and I'm blessed to be able to do a lot of my work from home. I do a lot of work in other people's homes. So this is, I guess, what we do. And how I started this was, as I was saying, through Arakan Martial Art, but then it just started me on reconnecting in deep within myself. It held space for me to work on myself. So whilst it was pure, one has this connotation of martial arts being quite a physical thing, and you got to be fit, strong to be able to do that. It has such a deep spiritual element to it that you have to show up for yourself. You have to be there fully present for that moment for you to be able to do this. And it allowed me to be able to get deep in touch. So then that started me on my path of self-development. Then I started opening up, and then everything that I needed was starting to come into my path. My intuitive healing came through, all of my abilities and skills and all of my gifts came back through. And I was then recognizing them for what they were, and then sharing those with other people. So as soon as I could, I was like, oh my God, did you know this? And then starting to share. And I think that's what we do as teachers, is that we find what works for us, and we just want to share it with the world, and we want everyone to feel this power. We want everyone to feel this strength. And of course, we still have moments where we're like, okay, I'm having a moment, and that's okay because I'm still human. And it's like I was saying before, it's another level again. But then that's the joy. And then feeling through that, and then reconnecting with your own innate power and wisdom. So I think that was a little bit way off track. And then, but yeah, that's how I started it and why I continue with the work I do. Yeah.
And that's a perfect story, because that essentially is why we're doing a pathway to empowerment, why we have 3 events and a festival, because we have a breakdown, we have something that's not working in our life, or all areas of life most of the time these days. We naturally go on that journey of health, well-being, and then we open up to this world, become more aware, and our gifts drop in, naturally want to help and be of service. Then we go into business. You've just described exactly what is a natural process for this major transformation that we're also supporting in WeFest. So you've described it beautifully in your own way, that this has been your journey, and all these other particulars that have happened that have opened that up. This is why we're creating these events, because we've all been on a similar journey, and we're at that point where we're still obviously doing our own work, but we're also being able to be of service. So we naturally want to help people through that whole process. So one thing I really want to pinpoint is, I feel like the ladies that are going to be called to attend the event, they're going to be very similar to us. They're going to be on their journey. They're actually going to, whether they're just beginning, they're going to know that they're doing some of their own work, that they want to start a business, or they're just putting a few things in place, and they just want to know how to put it all together. So I feel like across the 3 events, they're going to learn quite a lot from each of us, all the workshops, that we can be tidying up, let's say. All of the mindset, the emotions, all the internal state of being, for our gifts to fully drop in, to have that conscious awareness. So then when we put it together, it is a business. We are being of service. We are earning the money to do so. That is a whole new life in itself. And this is exactly why we're having 3 events before we get to the festival, just to celebrate the new life that we all have.
Yes. Awesome. Perfect. And you're absolutely right. I love it.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. If women resonate with your story and they want to get in touch with you before the event, are you okay for them to reach out and just say, hey, I really want to have a chat?
Most definitely. I'm always open. Always love to connect with new people and people that have known me. Please feel free. All my details will be on here, so I don't mind anytime, day or night. I'm always available.
Beautiful. Perfect. Well, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for having a chat with me. I very much look forward to our day on the 16th of June, where we really get to play and enjoy, all of us coming together and seeing what connections, communities, contacts and friendships can be made on the day, besides our own personal growth that's just going to happen naturally. So thank you again. I look forward to seeing you then.
Thank you so much, Tammy. Love it.